Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum viewers. You are watching YouTube and Facebook channels of Professor Dr. Rizwan Jamil Qureshi. Welcome to the new lecture of Software Economics course, lecture number 14. We are starting our new lecture with COCOMO 2. Constructive Cost Model 2 was proposed by Barry Boehm in 1995, and COCOMO 1 was the extension of function point, and it was for structured development, whereas COCOMO 2 is introduced to calculate the cost estimation for object-oriented projects. So Barry Boehm, there are 4 models in COCOMO 2: application composition, early design, reuse, and post-architecture. Application composition model is used during the planning phase, whereas early design model is introduced once you have done the analysis and requirements are very clear, and then you design your interfaces, you design your architecture. Once you start the design phase, you can use the early design model. And there is reuse model. Reuse model, based on your architecture, based on your analysis, you are very clear cut about your requirements. So you know how many new objects you are going to develop and how many objects you are going to reuse, or how many libraries you are going to reuse, like packages, like vendor defined objects, or reusable code. The post architecture, once your design is complete, your architecture is complete in terms of use case diagram, class diagram, and you have done the relationships, cardinalities between the classes and the object diagram, component diagram, then at this stage you can use the post architecture model to check how much your cost and time calculations are, effort estimations are correct, what was the plan in the application composition, and at the architecture level, after completing the architecture at the beginning of implementation phase, how much the difference between the plan and the actual cost, planned actual schedule, planned and actual effort. So that is about the post architecture model. In the application composition model, like function point, Barry Boehm introduced the concept of object point. Object point means how many objects you need for this project. And then he introduced the concept of NOP. NOP means new object point. How many new objects you need to develop. So OP is the total number of objects of your project, and NOP, total number of new objects you need to develop from scratch, line 1. So for OP, total number of objects, like UFC calculation, we have 5 parameters: number of inputs, number of outputs, number of inquiries, number of files, number of interfaces. Now you have 3 parameters in COCOMO 2: number of screens, number of reports, and number of components. How many components you need for the new project. And like UFC, optimistic, realistic, pessimistic, you have estimated count EC, O plus 4 into R plus P divided by 6. So for number of screens, optimistic, realistic, pessimistic; number of reports, optimistic, realistic, pessimistic; number of components, optimistic, realistic, pessimistic. Then you have the formula for EC, like UFC, O plus 4 into R realistic plus pessimistic divided by 6. So average count, which is called estimated count. Like the complexity factor of UFC, Barry Boehm introduced complexity factor for number of screens, number of reports, number of components. So for number of screens, 1, 2, 3, and then similarly for number of reports, and then number of components. So you multiply EC with the complexity factor. So if it is simple or low complexity project, you will use simple complexity, and these are constant available. If it is average complexity project, you will use average, like for average, number of screens 2, number of reports 5, number of components 1. And if it is high complexity project, number of screens 3, number of reports 8, number of components 10. So you multiply EC with the complexity factor. So you have a total in front of number of screens in the last column, number of reports, number of components. Summation of the three values, number of screens, number of reports, number of components, is called OP. Sigma of the three values, summation of the three values is equal to OP, like the UFC. Then you have formula for NOP, number of new objects point, is equal to OP object point multiplied by 100 minus percentage reuse divided by 100. So you have new objects, new object point. So like the function point, it has 3 parameters instead of 5. Complexity factors are there. So let's start our first exercise. So there is a project. I already calculated EC for you. So there are 24 screens, 16 reports, 80 components, and complexity factor is 5 rows and 4 columns, and it is average complexity project. So you have EC, I already calculated for you because you already done it, so no need to repeat it. For 48 for screens, then do it for reports, then do it for components. It's 80 multiplied by 1, 80. Summation of the three value OP is equal to 208, 80, 80. So it's equal to 208. So we calculated OP, total number of objects. That means there are 208 objects we need to develop this project. We go back to our exercise. If it is average complexity project, the project has 70% reuse. So that means there is 30% new development and 70% we are going to reuse. So calculate NOP. The formula for NOP is equal to OP multiplied by 100 minus percentage reuse. Calculate NOP. So what is the value of NOP? To double check your answer, you have OP 208. We have 70% reuse. So we have 30% new development. So we can double check our answer that we did calculation correct. 208 multiplied by 0.3. That means our calculation is correct. NOP is equal to 62.4. That means 62.4 new objects we need to develop. 62.4 new object we need to develop. We go to the exercise. The developer experience and environment maturity are nominal. Barry Boehm gave his own formula to calculate the productivity of the company based on the history, the data of previous projects that he had done before introducing the COCOMO 2. So he introduced his own formula, his own table. The developer experience, environment maturity, he linked productivity with that. That according to the company, how much company is new, how much company is mature. So he scaled them between 1 to 5. He scaled them between 1 to 5. If company is new, fresh startup, their productivity will be very low. It has some experience, then company productivity will be low. If it is like 4 to 5 years experience, it's nominal. If it is 8 to 10 years, it is high productivity. If it is like very experienced company, mature company, then it has very high productivity. So he believed, based on his research, the data he collected from different companies, that you need to select your productivity from this table. Don't calculate your productivity at the company level. So scale your company, that do you have experienced developers? How much your development environment in terms of methodology, in terms of processes, in terms of activities, how much it is mature. So if it is fresh startup, new company, the company productivity will be 4 NOP per month, 4 new object point. So company will develop 4 new objects per month if company is fresh, new startup. If it has some experience, then its productivity will be 7 NOP per month. If it has average experience like 4-5 years, then its productivity will be 13 NOP per month. If it is like 8 to 10 years, then its productivity will be 25 NOP per month. If it is very experienced company like Microsoft, like NetSol company in Pakistan, Indian company Infosys, Wipro, System Limited, which is working from 1980. So companies, their experience is 20 plus years, then their productivity will be 50 NOP per month. 50 new objects they will develop in 1 month. So NOP per month means how many objects they develop in 1 month, like function point. Then we go to the exercise. In this exercise, developer experience and environment maturity are nominal. So in case of nominal, the productivity is 13 NOP per month. So we go to our exercise solution. Productivity is equal to 13 NOP per month. So company develops 13 new objects in 1 month. The labor cost is $4,000 per month. So calculate cost per NOP. Labor cost divided by productivity. That means 4,000 divided by 13. So what is the cost per NOP? Approximately $308. What does it mean? It means company is spending $308 to develop one new object. So we know cost per NOP. We know our NOP. So what is the project cost? Project cost is equal to cost per NOP multiplied by NOP of new project. Cost per NOP is 308. How many new objects? 62.4. We just calculated. Approximately 19,200 or 219. So we can write 220. Make it round. So I repeat, we calculated cost per NOP based on the productivity, labor cost divided by productivity. Labor cost was $4,000. Labor cost was 4,000. Productivity from the table we selected, that is 13 NOP, because company's average productivity, average experience is nominal. So 13 NOP per month. So cost per NOP, labor cost divided by productivity, 4,000 divided by 13, that is 308. So project cost is equal to cost per NOP multiplied by NOP of new project, 308, and NOP was 62.4. So $19,220 is the project cost. So we calculated OP, total number of objects. We calculated NOP. We calculated project cost. Let's go to the exercise. We need to calculate NOP. We need to calculate project cost. We need to calculate effort. We need to calculate time. We need to calculate team size. Okay. How to calculate effort? So Barry Boehm introduced formula. So effort is NOP divided by productivity. So we know our NOP, that is 62.4, and productivity is nominal, that is 13 NOP per month. So calculate effort. So 62.4 are the new objects we need to develop, and productivity is nominal, 13 NOP per month from the table we selected. So 62.4 divided by 13, that is 4.8. Approximately we can write 5% month. So we calculated effort. In order to calculate time, we go back. This is the formula Barry Boehm introduced to calculate the time. 3 multiplied by effort power 0.33 plus 0.2 multiplied by B. B is complexity related exponent minus 1.01. So what's B? Exponent. B value varies from 1.1 to 1.24, and it depends on few parameters. Depends on novelty, how much project is new, how much development environment is flexible, how much in terms of requirements it's flexible. Risk management, how much level of risk management you are doing for your project, how much team is cohesive, how much team is gel, how much team has coordination, communication, and how much your processes are mature. So we scale them between 1 to 5. How much project is new or how much we are experienced in that, like we are familiar with that, it has history, we already have completed previous projects, precedence, how many previous projects we have done. So it varies from 1 to 5 will scale, reflects the previous experience of the company with this type of project. Very low means no previous experience. Extra high means organization is completely familiar with this application domain. Then development flexibility. How much the degree of flexibility in the development process? Very low means a prescribed process is used. Extra high means that client only sets general goals, architecture in terms of risk management, reflects the extent of risk analysis. Very low means little analysis. Extra high means a complete, a thorough risk analysis. How much team has strong coordination, communication. So reflects how much the development team know each other, they are synchronized with each other, they already work with each other. Very low means very difficult interaction. Extra high means very strong coordination, very strong communication. There is no problem in the coordination, there is no problem in the communication. Process maturity. Company is using quality standards like King Abdulaziz University in FCIT. We implemented ABIT. We are ABIT certified accreditation standard. Accreditation and quality standard is there. Similarly, for software companies, we have a standard ISO, International Standard Organization. We have SASO, Saudi Arabian Standard Organization. For software companies, we have a standard, it's called CMM, Capability Maturity Model. I will cover in another lecture, but this is quality standard. So how much you are implementing quality standard on your processes? So very low to very high will scale. So that are the 5 parameters, you will scale them between 1 to 5. So scale the 5 factors between 1 to 5. Precedence, how much company and team is familiar, how many similar projects they have completed. If it is very low, they are not familiar, it's fresh, you will assign 5. Then you will assign a value 5. If it is low, you will assign 4. If it is nominal, you will assign 3. If it is high, you will assign 2. If it is very high, then you will assign 1. So for example, for this case study, precedence, it's a new project, but you have some experience, so you will scale 4. Development flexibility, no client involvement, company team is free to develop their project, so very high, 1. Risk management, no risk analysis you have done, so very low, 5. So team cohesion, nominal, you assign 3. For process maturity, you are at CMM level 3, you assign 3. So it has levels, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. There are 5 levels in CMM. You are at level 3, for example, so you assign 3. So summation of these 5 values, you assign to each parameter: precedence, flexibility, risk management, team cohesion, process maturity. So 4 plus 1, 5. 5 plus 5, 10. 10 plus 3, 13. 13 plus 3, 16. So there is 16. Summation of the 5 values is 16. Summation of the 5 factors divided by 100. Divided by 100 is equal to 0.16. Add 1.01 to summation of the 5 factors. So 1 plus 0, 1.01 plus 0.16, it's 1.17. So the exponent value is 1.17. So this is the way I calculated the value for B, the exponent, that is equal to 1.17. So B value is 1.17. I will continue inshallah Kokomo 2 in the next lecture. Thank you very much. Love you. Take care. Stay blessed, healthy and happy. See you inshallah in the next lecture. Assalamu alaikum. Have a good day.